big famous people than he was.
Well, I think fame has found him.
Absolutely.
Real quickly, Survivor 2, bows after the Super Bowl. Do you think now, here was this little show that started out as a summer surprise, and of course it's been the record breaker in history. We'll see, in summer history, we'll see what the numbers were tomorrow for tonight's finale. But do you think Survivor 2 can live up to the hype? It's going to bow again in January with a lot to live up to.
I think it's going to be really hard. I mean, this man is really, really famous right now, and it was a great show. It's going to be hard to match.
All right, cautionary words from Eric and interesting insight from you, Mark. Thank you so much for joining us. Dana and Stephen, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Robin.
Still ahead, Craig Allen with an update on Tropical Storm Debbie.
Plus, we have an early look at your weekend forecast. See if we can survive that. It's all coming up next.
Street between 7th and 8th Avenues.
Craig Allen's here. Rain off and on today, and there's a tropical storm to watch.
That is true. Most of the rain that we had is over with now. That's good. That weather system moved on by at a fairly quick pace, and that's good. The sun will start to shine again tomorrow. Debbie, though, is still a story, even though she's just a minimal tropical storm at this point. Outside, the skies are still overcast. The visibility, not all that great. Kind of poor, as a matter of fact, in some locales, a little more fog in some than others. And we will continue with a damp night, but not too much rain, as we said, coming along. You'll see that on radar in just a short period of time. Here, the temperature right now, 69 degrees. Relative humidity at 90%. The wind is west at 5 miles per hour, and as we said, an overcast sky. For those of you all around the viewing area, temperatures are pretty much uniform from 65 to 70, although Belmar holding at 72 degrees. Most regions, mid-60s to near 70 degrees, and the night continues just kind of mild and damp. As for the high this afternoon, 73. Rainfall, only 0.06 of an inch of rain, and we probably won't get anything more significant during the night. There's another batch of showers, but right now it's looking like that's going to move south of us, and you can see that right here. There's today's rain. Here it goes, moving off the coast, and it became lighter. It was not nearly as heavy as when it started back across New York State. There it is there. Most of the showers and thunderstorms becoming intermittent light rain. And there's a little bit coming out of Ohio right here into parts of Pennsylvania. But again, it all seems to be moving like that and should stay south of the city. And notice all the clearing that's starting to show up here across parts of New York State and Pennsylvania. With that in mind, we should be able to get better weather tomorrow because this weather system will move offshore. This is the cold front, warm front combination that did it to us today. Most of the rainfall that we had, again, anywhere from 0.06 to maybe 0.15 of an inch of rain. That's not a lot. And it's moving offshore now. And by tomorrow, the sun will be back. Fronts farther offshore. You know, it may take a while. Let's keep in the chance of a scattered shower or a thunder shower till about midday. As you see, we have it shaded in here, especially to the east of the city, but then mostly sunny skies, and that will come along for the afternoon right on into your weekend. Here's the other thing that we're watching. Remember, this is Debbie. Now, Debbie is still moving on a west-northwest course, so that takes it right on up towards the Florida Straits and off the Keys by about Friday evening and into Friday morning. At this point, right here, the water is very, very warm. That's when Debbie may be able to intensify again to hurricane strength, and pretty rapidly too. For tonight, we are in the mid-60s. There might be a leftover shower. Tomorrow, same thing, maybe a leftover shower for a few of you. Otherwise, sun's out and we get back up near 80 degrees. And in the 5-day forecast, it's pretty nice. Once the clearing starts moving in, 81 on Friday, 80 Saturday, 81 Sunday, 80 into the early part of next week. And as we said, it should be a pretty dry weekend. Right now, that's one of the better weekends we've had in a while. Okay?
80-81, 80-81.
We'll take it.
Thanks.
Ian, tonight's Money Watch stocks rallied to end the day in a positive note. The Dow rose 5 points, NASDAQ rose about 52 points, and the S&P 500 rose almost 8 points on the day. Alexis Christophers of CBS Market Watch has more.
Well, one day after the Fed left interest rates unchanged, investors had to digest a big spike in oil prices. Oil stocks like ExxonMobil, Chevron, and Texaco gushed as the price of crude bubbled up 5%, and heating oil prices closed at a 10-year high. A key industry report showed oil reserves unexpectedly slipped to a 24-year low. That pressured the airlines, which are big consumers of fuel. Continental, Delta, and U.S. Air all lost ground. The worry is that tight oil supplies will mean a big jump in heating oil and gas prices. In fact, the Energy Department has already warned consumers in the Northeast to expect higher heating bills this winter. And add Amazon.com to your stocks to watch list. Beginning Thursday, the online retailer will add cars to the list of items it sells. At the NASDAQ market site, I'm Alexis Christophers, CBS Market Watch.
Still ahead, Roger Clemens goes for his 7th straight win. Warner has the highlights.
Plus, why fans were running for cover in Detroit. News 2 is coming right back.
The CBS Market Watch report is brought to you by PNC, the thinking behind the money.
Money doesn't care if you realize your dreams.
Neon. Or up to $2,000 cash allowance. Big savings on almost everything. For a limited time at Dodge. Different. But please hurry while time is still on your side.
Wonder Wolf is here, and Roger Clemens up, down.
He survived. All right, Yankees 17 hits tonight, beat Texas 10-9. Both starters, Clemens and Kenny Rogers, hit hard and long gone. Let's go to the videotape. 7-4 Yanks, 2 on top of the 8th. Our old friend Ricky Leday with a 3-run homer off Mike Stanton ties it at 7. After 2 errors, second and third infield in, Luis Alicia base hit. Green scores, Lamb right behind him, and it was 9-7 Texas. But 1 on, bottom of the 8th, Jorge Posada, home run number 24, tied the game at 9-9. Now, top of the 9th, 2 on, no outs. Gabe Kapler shot, Vizcaíno to Jeter, to Tino, double play. Still 9-9, first and third, 1 out, bottom of the 9th, Tino inside the bag. Polonia scores, and the Yanks win the ball game 10-9. In Fenway, after a 3-hour rain delay, the Red Sox lead the Angels 3-1 in the 4th. In Detroit tonight, the Tigers beat Seattle 6-5, but that was only half the story. It was bug night. The game was delayed because of bugs. Look at Lou Piniella. Look at the fans swatting away the bugs. Look at this. Come on, get your own seat, Bugs. That kid was bugged out. Jays beat the Royals 9-8. Carlos Delgado, who has an outside shot at the Triple Crown. Home runs 37, 38, 115 RBIs, hitting 366. In San Diego, the Padres and Mets are 1-1 in the 4th. Al Leiter for the Mets. Let's go to the videotape. Bottom of the 3rd, Damian Jackson comes up. Remember, he hit that grand slam 2 nights ago. Home run, 1-0 Padres. Bordick singled in a run. It's 1-1 in the 4th. The Braves have beaten the Rockies. That was this afternoon. Todd Helton 0 for 4, hitting 393. So the Mets will trail by 2.5 or 3.5. Bonds hit number 38, 483 career. Well, 50,000 people, loyal fans, showed up in Pro Players Park tonight to see a tribute to retired Dolphin quarterback Dan Marino. Also on hand, the other 5 pro quarterbacks drafted that year in that class of '83, including Elway, Kelly, Ken O'Brien, Tony Eason, and Todd Blackledge. The Nets signed their man.
This morning, I'm Michael Pomeranz.
And I'm Hazel Sanchez. Stay tuned for updates of news, traffic, and weather throughout the morning.
Have a great day.